All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a very, very special night here at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Not only is it our 2-year anniversary, holy shit, how did that happen? But we are here with a very special guest tonight. And I'm just going to run through everybody as quickly as I can because I'm excited to get this show going. So, first and foremost, because my mom raised a gentleman, please welcome the First Lady of Top Rope Wrestling, the ninth wonder of podcasting, because we don't treat her like a woman, and we damn sure don't treat her like a man, the one and only, back from Dynamite, Grandma Wendy. All right. And then we've got to the side of me, the host of tonight's show, the founder of Top Rope Wrestling, the high-class one himself, the biggest MJF mark you will ever freaking meet. The one and only, you fail, the one and only, Bruce.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do.
See? And then, of course, there's me, not DDP, but I pretty much do everything else. I am the producer. I am the soundboard extraordinaire. I am the man behind all you see. I am the South Philly psycho, D.O.M. It's good night, y'all. Anniversaries and shit. My man down here in the corner. Years. Let's fucking go. And of course, I saved the best for last. Our very special guest, a man you may know from Limitless Pro, Vacation Pro, anywhere across the Northeast. One of the greatest heels in indie wrestling, going a 15-year pro, the one and only Blade Bandit.
Ooh, what an intro! I didn't even deserve that, but I'll take it.
Should I drive up to Maine and like be your valet and introduce you and all like Paul Heyman style?
Sure, if you work for cheap and you drive.
All I need is a cup of coffee. That's all I need.
That's it.
What's up, guys?
What's going on,
you for
man?
joining us, my friend.
It's too exciting, getting ready for another wrestling weekend.
Yeah.
Up in the Great White North.
Woo.
Up in the Great White North.
Is it
up there? Yeah.
Nah, not yet. Actually, it did snow today, which is freaking wild.
Okay,
I wasn't ready for that.
Wow.
No one ever really is.
This motherfucker's recording me on his phone.
Oh, you know that's going up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
So Blade, why don't you let everyone know what you've got going on at this moment in time, what you have coming up in the near future, as in tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow night, I'm doing a show for Vacation Pro Wrestling, which is a newer indie show, indie company in Maine, and it's their 1-year anniversary show.
Hell yeah.
And I've been there every single show of the last year, and I think it's probably about 12. Running almost every month, and I actually have an intercontinental title match tomorrow. So maybe get some gold around this waist for the first time in a few years.
I was just about to ask, have you been a champion? Because I was looking through and I couldn't find anything, but this would be cool either way.
I held Larry Huntley. He runs the North Atlantic Wrestling Association, and I held his title for about 14 months.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I probably would have held it longer, but little baby came around and had to lose it.
Had to step away for a little while.
Yeah.
Most of us know what kids will do to you.
What's up, Bruce?
I said you couldn't let the little champ hold the title.
No, I told Mama I'd take a little time off. It just so happened I lost, so that's just how it went down.
Yeah. So we come from the same area. We grew up in the same area. We went to the same school and stuff. And I kind of know the influence that we had growing up and going to school with professional wrestling. But what really influenced you to get into the business?
Well, I always liked the characters, and I always liked when something felt real. You know what I mean? Because we watch it like, okay, this is entertainment, and then you see something like, well, hold on a second, what's going on over here? And that was the NWO. And that would just made me just go, what is this? And I was like, I watched it a little bit. I remember I got in, my parents bought me the Royal Rumble for the Super Nintendo. So I was like, oh yeah, the wrestling was cool. And I watched it. I liked Bret Hart and stuff, but I never really followed it until I saw the NWO kicking ass on Nitro. And I didn't even know it was wrestling. I didn't even know it was wrestling. They were beating somebody up in the parking lot, and they went to like 3 commercial breaks. And me and my dad are like, "What the hell is this?"
Right?
All of a sudden, and that's when I was like, I was like in it. Like I was a casual fan when I was younger, but like I was like 11, 12 years old, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is something I want to do that."
Yeah,
I just went from there.
I mean, NWO wasn't mine. Mine was the Shawn Michaels putting Jannetty through the mirror.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all got different experiences of what made us fall in love with wrestling. But yeah, that made a lot of people. There was a lot of NWO shirts running around the school too.
Oh yeah,
I had one of them.
I still got mine somewhere, the original one.
Dom, you got anything?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just think first of all, I just think it's cool that Vacation Land is a year old tomorrow. We're 2 today.
Yeah.
That's just just feels like this was the right time to do it. But
yeah, absolutely.
What exactly, for those that don't know about Vacation Land and watch or up on it, tell us what led to you getting this Intercontinental title shot tomorrow with the Great Nuka.
Nuka.
I'm thinking Nakamura. My bad.
It's okay. Well, I'm trying to think. I'm like, how do I answer this? So I give you the real answer? No, the real answer is I've been there since day one, and I've been to every show, and it's kind of a thank you. So, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I mean, I've been talking to him for the past week, and we're gonna kick each other's ass. It's gonna be a good time.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and I've been in the ring with him once, and it was a fatal 4-way, which was kind of odd because it was me and Jesse Nolan, and we were together, but then we were against each other, but it ended up just being like me and her kind of like teaming unofficially against Nuka, and Danny Adam was the other kid that was with us. And it was kind of like a tag team, but it was actually 4-4, and we teased, fighting, that deal.
That's got to be weird too, because I know you had a match with Jess, and you guys are a thing. So that's gotta be a little odd too to be like, oh, okay, honey, I'll see you later when we're fighting.
It's no real different than being with your best friend. I've wrestled BA, I've wrestled Owen Brody, and these are my boys. And it's actually more comfortable. Wrestle someone that and you're close to, because they're not going to.
Level of trust that's built in already. Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't know, because I've had it so many times where you go to a show and you don't know the person that you're working, and you're like, okay, how's this going to go? And you really don't know until you start talking to them. And then the only time you put it at ease is as soon as that match starts, you can tell right at the beginning, okay, this is how it's going to go. Or this is how it's going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as like Jess and I go, it's fine. It's fun.
Can we be honest for a minute? Who hasn't wanted to wrestle their spouse or significant other at one point or another? If I sat here and said to you, I haven't thought of putting my wife through a table after 13 years, I'd be lying my ass off. So you got to live the dream.
You just give her a little stiff one here and there,
Plus,
No,
you can
no.
literally walk around and be like, "Yeah, I let her win. It's okay."
I had to let it win.
Yeah,
It's a lose-lose. So what am I gonna do? I'm like, ooh, I beat my girlfriend, or oh, I got beat up by my girlfriend. I mean, I had to weigh the two, and I went.
I mean, putting her over in the end, makes for a better
You made
ride
the
home.
right choice. You definitely made
absolutely,
the
because it was my decision.
It makes you look like the bigger person,
Right.
Yeah, you got at least 3 people who will tell your girlfriend it was his decision.
Blade totally said, "I'm gonna let her go over. This is my choice."
I just want to further her career. That's all.
Exactly.
Completely selfless.
We've all witnessed this, by the way.
Oh, good.
Add to the kayfabe. We all witnessed this.
Excellent.
All of us.
Everybody.
Wendy,
Yes.
you're up, lady.
Yes, I am. Yes, indeed. Oh, sorry. I should probably put my watch on Do Not Disturb. It just freaks me out when all of a sudden it's like, ding. I'm like, stop.
Well, it just disturbed us.
Sorry. So you've been across several promotions. Which has been the one that you've had the most fun at so far? Like, I don't want to be like, oh, which has been the worst, because that sounds really shitty. But which has been like the funnest for you so far? And like, where would you like to go further on?
Well, I started training in 2005 with Steve Bradley, and I was actually fortunate enough to work his shows. And as far as like I don't know what you'd call it, my class, because there was the kids that came before me. There's like Brandon Locke and Scott Reed, like that crew, and Scott Gurin, who now runs New England Pro Wrestling Academy. Which is chaotic. They got on the shows, but it's like I was kind of like the second half of his training tenure, and I was one of the only ones from my half to actually work. WFA was a company. I was actually one of the only ones to get to work that. So those first matches were I hold them kind of special to me. Just because not a lot of people around can say that they work those shows. A lot of people, that's 20 years in wrestling is a long time, or 15 years, whatever. But of course, I worked a couple matches for Limitless. It was just the TV tape, the road taping, which is during the pandemic. That was a lot of fun. It was an honor to be there. But I owe a lot to Larry Huntley because he put me over and let me run as his top babyface for a long time, for over a year. So, and like I said, it probably could have went longer, but life gets in the way, and that's okay. Sometimes you got to take a step back for a little while. But I mean, that's where I've been. Now I got vacation land. I've gone down. I've wrestled in Connecticut, and Rhode Island, and Vermont. I've been everywhere in New England. As far as where I want to go, I mean, right now it's kind of a hobby. I just turned 37 this past Monday. You know what I mean? It's like
You're way too old for WWE.
I don't want to go there anyway. I don't want to go there.
That's the dream now. That's the dream now, to like make it to the E, be on NXT for 2 weeks, be told you're too old, and then be cut. Or be brought up to the main roster, have your career fucked entirely.
Damn it,
and then
this was one of my questions. I'm still asking it.
Gets signed in November, and then before 2021's over, I'm back home again.
Exactly. Future endeavors.
No,
you get like 3 weeks, like hit row on the main roster. Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really speak on that too much. I'm not there. I don't want to put down any company that I don't know about, even if it's WWE. I don't know what they're doing. That whole thing's weird to me.
Nobody knows what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. They're running. There's a reason why they're running the company, and I'm not. So
yeah,
it does seem weird. It's weird, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, they don't know what the F they're doing, because I don't know what the F I'm doing if I was there either. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's kind of playing it safe as an answer, but I don't know, man. It's wild.
So I know you're not a big fan of this match because we've brought it up and you were just kind of like, but the triple threat match that we were talking about earlier
I was just being funny. It was okay.
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 I just making fun of Johnny Primer. 'Cause that's what I do.
Yeah, shout out to Johnny Primer. I am so sorry for getting that name wrong earlier.
Like, you got like a level of heat when you came out. Like, you can pull some heat with a crowd, dude. And the thing that killed me, when you're walking around the ring and you're jabbing with the fans, and that little kid in the green shirt gives you the thumbs up, and you just look at him and give him that thumbs down. He went from a smile to,
yeah,
he was gonna cry.
Let the
Like,
wind
I was
right
dying.
out. You know what I mean? It's like
I'm
that's
That was such an F them kids moment. It was
real to him,
really
damn it.
real.
That little kid, man.
that's the way it should be. That's
I'm
the
like,
way
my
it
boy
should be.
can draw
And it
some
should.
heat.
Because that little kid, he remembered. He probably went out there and tried to slap everyone's hand, and I'm the one that told him to sit down and shut up. And he's not going to forget that. You know what I mean?
No, you're right, though. That's the way it should be when you're a kid
Yes.
coming to a wrestling
It
show.
was. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been. I don't know if it was Terry Funk. I can't remember. He was talking. Someone was talking about heels. It's time to restart. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait an hour. My computer's.
No, it is not.
You still thinking? Okay.
Yes, you're here.
He was talking about signing autographs in an airport. He goes, "I'm a heel. Why would I do that?" He goes,
Right.
"The next time they watch me on TV, they're gonna be like this. Well, what about this guy? This
That's
guy.
badass.
Well, he's all right. I met him at the airport. He's actually a nice guy. Oh,
Yeah.
F him. He's. I don't believe in him anymore.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's kind of old school, but that's what it's the way it should be. I think.
It
old
is.
school. And yeah, I feel so bad getting some little kid's face all the time, but that's what they paid a ticket for, right?
Yeah.
True.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. I did get some heat before that match. That was fun.
You did. Like, as soon as your music played, there was booze. I was like, yo, he's getting it. My boy getting it. I love
They
it.
don't like
That's that MJF level heat that nobody gets.
I'll take it.
Like,
That's the thing. A lot of times, and I kind of pride myself on this too, is that a lot of guys today, and I don't want to sit here and shit on today's wrestling too much, but I will a little bit. They focus so much on the match. It's like they go into the ring. Oh, I'm the freaking heel, or I'm the baby face. Yeah, and then the match starts, and it's like it isn't there anymore.
Yep.
yeah.
It's a huge missing part of wrestling these days, and I kind of pride myself that I don't do that. I that match is that audience involved in my match from the time I come out to the time I go through that curtain. Go back to the curtain, I should say. And I think a lot of guys, the athletic portion of the match is almost getting too much attention, and that might not be a popular opinion right now, and I don't really give a shit because I feel that's how I feel.
Yeah.
If you're you're a shitbag heel, but then you're freaking flip flopping everywhere and everyone's clapping for you, you're not really a shitbag heel, are you?
No.
It's like in-ring psychology is forgotten about, and it's treated as
Storytelling.
a tertiary thing. It's not even secondary; it's tertiary.
Oh,
It's like the physicality, the looks, the psychology's last. Like we don't put that on the back burner, kind of thing.
And,
Yeah,
and that's
I get what you're saying.
wild because that was a lot of the stuff that got me into wrestling was like the characters and the bodies and like this and like it was almost like and then everyone had that one big move that you were waiting for.
Yeah.
And leading up to that move, there was a lot of characters, a lot of personality. And I feel like a lot of that character and personality is just missing.
Mm-hmm.
And all you got to do is look at the damn ratings. Okay, I mean, you look at it, 1997, 1998. Bruce, you told me you'd cut me off.
We're gonna let this go.
No,
you look
man,
at
keep
the
going.
ratings in 97, 98. They're like in the 5s and the 6s, and they're like in the 2s now. So I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You got your freaking diehard fans that are going to watch it no matter what. So why are you pandering to them?
Mhm.
I don't know. I could go on, but it's not.
It's nothing we haven't
We're gonna stop
said.
there.
Nothing we haven't said in 2 years.
I mean,
on this
true,
show.
true.
I'll be totally honest
Absolutely.
with you, bro.
It's
We've
always
gone on
when we
these
have
rants.
a good rant from someone that's not on the show.
I know it's a nice
It
change
doesn't
of
make, it
pace.
makes me feel less of an asshole.
Right? I feel less crazy. There's 4 of us.
Okay, there are people out there that feel the same way that I do.
I'm gonna have to change my name to the not so South Philly Psycho.
So
That's really
On
not
a-
so psycho.
on a
There we go.
question sense for you, Blade. What do you prefer? Do you prefer working babyface or do you prefer working heel?
Well, I was babyface for so long, and I worked heel just a handful of times, and I still do every once in a while. But as far as like heel, been heel, I've been heel since My son was born in 2017, so that following January or February in 2018, and I've been consistently, minus here and there, when they need me. But yeah, just been. I prefer it. I prefer it because it was kind of like a rebirth, like a second breath to wrestling for me. Because like I never really done it too much, and I've been able to do it, and I've been able to build on it. I feel like my character has more depth as a heel. Babyface is actually really hard to do. It's you get someone to hate you. Yeah, that's hard-ish.
Yeah.
You get someone that really freaking believe in you and genuinely like you. I think that's harder.
In this day and age, I think it's easier to get somebody to hate you.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
Absolutely,
but
Brian.
it's nice to be able to do it creatively and not just like, hey, come out, F you. Yeah, okay, this guy's a heel.
Everybody in this town sucks. Boo!
Yeah.
Job done.
That's this town.
I mean, Brian Danielson had to say 3 letters and he turned heel.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as he said
As soon as he said
WrestleMania,
those 3 letters,
Yeah.
Bro, that
he
was
was
so
instant
loud.
heel.
I was like, fuck.
I know I feel bad. We're jumping the gun on Wendy.
Yeah, we are.
Put a pin in
We
it.
are.
We'll circle
I'm
back.
sorry.
We'll circle back.
Circle back pin. Wendy, you got anything else you want to throw at our good friend here?
Yeah. You said that it was a hobby, but if you could just do it full time, like just all day, day kind of thing, would you jump at that opportunity, or would you just keep it like a hobby? I go when I can. I do my other real day job, et cetera, et cetera.
I've had these discussions before. I mean, it's like maybe 10 years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like I never actually went all in. I was just always kind of like, I got married young. My son's gonna be 14. My oldest is gonna be 14 next month.
Mhm.
So, in January rather. So I always had a lot of stuff going on in life.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
So it's like I never actually went all in, and I have some reservations. I don't want to call them regrets, but I have a lot of what ifs sometimes.
Mhm, mhm.
But yeah, what was your question? Sorry, I kind of went there, then I was like, I forgot where I was going.
No, like if given the opportunity, would you go all in?
I don't
Like if
think,
the stars lined up correctly.
I don't think so, because I don't think I would like it. I equate it to my father liked to go fishing. He fished a lot, and he was on the New Hampshire state team for like 2 or 3 years in a row. And he had a couple of friends, a couple of people that he knew who actually went to be professional fishermen.
Mhm.
And they're like, if you like fishing, don't do what I'm doing. And I kind of think that about wrestling too. I don't think I'd want to do it 3 or 4 days a week, every week.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm doing probably three shows a month, and that's enough. Would my product be better if I did it more? Sure. But I just don't think. I think I'd end up resenting it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think right now where I'm at, I can go out there and put on a good match. And sometimes, in some ways, I've been able to, not to put myself over too much, but mentor someone younger than me, and have a good match with them, and have a good conversation, and create good relationships with them afterwards too. And I enjoy that. So as far as if I would want to do it full time, no, I wouldn't enjoy it, and my heart would be out of it probably pretty quick. I'd get burnt out.
Yeah.
And I've been burnt out just doing it this much before. When I had my wife being pregnant and stuff, my ex-wife, and still wrestling three times, sometimes every other weekend. It's like, oh man, it's like you gotta, if you want to be a professional wrestler and have that be your career, you really can't have much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's just, I mean, it's doable. I guess I'm just talking for me. But to put your whole heart into it, it's got to be first and foremost in your life. And I just have too much other stuff. I got two sons, and don't get me wrong, people have done it. I mean, a lot of famous wrestlers, some of the greats have had families, but it's just not my gig, I guess. Not full time. Not three. What is it? They 320 days, 20 days a year or something crazy.
Like 359 days a year.
That sounds a lot closer to it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We decided we're going to do this new pay-per-view. It's on Christmas Eve. You're all going. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Dom, you got anything else?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to go to the comments real quick because we got a ton of them. All these anniversary well wishes, thank you. Like Pepsi Phil, one of our favorites, been on the show. Happy 2-year WrestleVersary. Pepsi Phil, you know damn well we ain't stepped in a ring once, but I appreciate it, homie.
Yourself.
Not in 2 years.
Well, no, not in 2 years, but
Not in the 2 years we've been doing this show. I have too, but not recently. We're talking 20th century, man.
a long time ago. Like I was like 19 when I friggin' stepped in the ring the first time.
So I was like, what, 5?
Yeah, you were like 5, Wendy. Fuck you.
I think the first time I stepped in a ring, Wendy was like 10.
What year was this, Bruce? Like 2000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, Brian Fury actually is the one that got me into wrestling, and I trained with him.
Right.
I was 14.
Yeah, we talked about this a long time
Yep.
ago. Yeah. So.
But yeah, I was wondering because you had brought up characters in wrestling and that sort of thing, and your build from Thunder Bay, Ontario. Did that have anything? Is that like a Vampiro tribute? Because it feels like really okay.
It just I just saw
a question that popped up as I was listening to you talk, and then I remember where you were from. I thought maybe
I wasn't even supposed to like even really get back into wrestling. It just kind of just happened, and we were doing a thing with some kids who bought a ring, and they just wanted some wrestlers to run a show, to do a show, and I'm like, well, I'm a trained wrestler. Okay, let's do it. So like, all right, well, everyone wears a mask. I was like, oh. Like, yeah, we're doing a lucha show. I was like, oh my God, the plot thickens, you know? And I was like, well, I don't want to wear a mask. I was like, what if I just paint my face? Okay, that works. So then I started painting my face, and they're like, well, where are you from? And I asked my son Owen was 4 at the time. And I was gonna wear, at first I was gonna wear like a Zorro mask. I was gonna he's like, you're the bandit. I was like, okay, you know, and it turned into face paint. And then he asked me, well, what's your first, well, can you have a first name? I was like, a first name? I was like, yeah, I guess. I didn't know I thought it was just a one-off. He goes, well, how about your Blade? I was like, so it was Blade Bandit. It was supposed to just be one time. And they're like, where are you from? Like, I don't know. Thunder Bay sounds cool. You're pulling the curtain back all the way now. Hey.
It's crazy to hear like how you got your actual name, your in-ring name. Like you said, you do a show in a backyard for someone that had to just bought a ring and wanted to put on his show.
It was actually in the parking lot of the Doubletree Hotel at a Comic-Con. and somehow they got Hacksaw Jim Duggan to be the ring announcer.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
That's why we were like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? This is kind of cool. We all wrestled for free, and it was fun. I had a good I'm glad I did it because it was 9 years ago this month.
Wow.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's stuck.
Yeah, I'm glad I did it because I'm still freaking here. And I didn't think, I was going on like a 3-year hiatus. So I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to wrestle again. I gained weight and I was a dad, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I'm back.
I got to fly up there and have my retirement match.
Yeah, do it. I told you. I told you, come down, you go to a couple trainings, and we'll throw something together.
Get me back to remembering what I need to do, some muscle memory. We'll throw a fucking match together.
I told you, I think I trained once after like 3 years, and I wrestled the match, and it really I watched it somewhat recently. It wasn't that good, but it wasn't terrible though. I was like, oh, no shit, 3 years dormant, just thrown back in there.
Was it like a Celine Dion moment? It's all coming back to me now.
A little bit. It kind of is, though. It's like riding a bike,
Yeah, absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls in podcast land and YouTube land, the High Class One is bringing back 2 weeks in a row, wrestler or fan. This is not Cornette or fan. I figured I can mix Cornette in with a wrestler if I find something great from him instead of scrolling through a million years of tweets from Jim Cornette.
A million years.
I was going to say, don't act like we don't get enough from Corny. Okay.
I mean, so we're going to play a round of wrestler or fan. So, Blade, basically, the rules of this game is you have to give me, I'll read the tweet. You tell me if it's a wrestler or it's a fan. And you guys will all go through, give me your answers, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. At the end of the game, whoever scores the most wins. But down the road, like at the beginning of next year, at the end of every 3 months between Wendy and Dom, whoever wins has to hand a punishment down to the loser. So it's going to get interesting.
Consequences.
So here we go. Wrestler or fan? It's truly hard to get invested in a product that releases their talents so randomly.
I'm going to say fan.
I'm gonna say wrestler.
Okay. Blade?
Wrestler. That's a wrestler.
That is a fan.
Really?
Fuck.
That was a fan on Twitter.
Well, there's not much difference anymore, I guess.
Yeah, fair,
One
fair.
score 1 for the bad guy.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Some of the shit, there's a couple easy ones in here, and if you don't get them, I'm going to be fucking upset.
Says the man that's not playing.
So, that's why I'm the host. So, WWE backwards is ew.
Ew.
That could be.
You guys
that
are
could
going to
be
love
either.
this one.
Yeah. Can I say both?
No.
All right. I'll say wrestler on this
I'm
one.
going to say wrestler.
Wrestler.
You are all correct. That was Warhorse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love Warhorse. Love that guy.
He actually just made his way back to AEW.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Did he? Wow.
They need to. I would.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's no Blade Bandit, but he's a hell of a
Yeah,
guy.
I wore the paint first.
Yeah, absolutely. You wear it better too.
I don't even. How old is he? He was probably in high school when I started wearing the paint.
Yeah. He was probably like in 8th grade.
I'm probably old enough to be his dad. Let's just leave it at that.
All right. Number 3. Interest level for Survivor Series just went out the window completely. WWE, what does the word dignity mean?
Did I
Fan.
tweet that? Fan.
Yeah, that was a fan.
Y'all say fan? That is correct.
Yeah.
That was a fan. Actually, it was Irish Wrestling Entertainment. Give you guys a cheap plug.
Hooray for them.
They better be listening
They're probably not.
or watching.
Or watching. One of the two. I hope they're listening and watching. All right, here we go. I would tweet about the real John Morrison and how excited I am for his future, but I'll get canceled.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Fan.
Wrestler.
I'm thinking wrestler.
It was Chelsea Green. It was Blade. You're not good at this game, bro.
No, I'm not good. Because I know a lot of wrestlers that act like fans.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
very
There's a lot of
true.
fans that act like wrestlers.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
I got someone cracking up on my couch over here.
It
It's only funny because it's true.
sucks, and I hate seeing friends lose their jobs, but pro wrestling is going to be fucking great. And I'll give you a bonus point if you can tell me who said it.
It's a wrestler because he
He's
said
a wrestler.
Xavier
and-
Woods. I don't know why. He was the first person that popped into my head.
You guys all say wrestler?
Yes.
What is
Yes.
that?
It was a wrestler.
CM Punk.
No. Wendy, you said Woods?
Yeah, I did.
That is a big negative, and I'm very fucking disappointed in you.
Right.
Dom?
Brian Danielson?
I'm fucking disappointed in you, too. That was
I don't know how I feel
Santana.
about this.
That was Santana from
oh,
P&P.
I'm disappointed in myself. The
Blade.
fuck?
I'm not used to Santana saying positive stuff. My bad.
So
He talks a lot of shit. That's all I'm saying.
this one right here, it makes me chuckle. Will the WWE have enough people to do 2 Royal Rumbles next year?
The answer is no.
Oh, fuck
That's
no.
got to be a fan.
That's a fan.
I've seen
That
so
has to
many
be a fan.
people say
Fan
that.
tweet for sure.
Yes, that
It's
is
funny
a
though.
fan.
That's
That
good.
is a fan. All the way. All right.
Oh, I've said that.
This is gonna be. I'm trying to pick All right. Unbelievable. And yet.
That's it.
I'll give you the other one this is two different people, but on the same topic. Are you even surprised?
Fuck no. At this point, fuck no. We are not surprised. I'm gonna say
that could go either way though. I'm gonna say wrestler.
I'm gonna say wrestler too, but you're right. It could go either way.
I'm gonna say fan.
Wendy, you are wrong. It was two different people. It was Veda Scott and Big Swole.
Okay.
Well, shit. Okay.
So, Dom with the commanding win with 7, Wendy with 5, and my boy Blade pulling up the rear with 5. No, he had 5.
We tied because I was also counting. I too was counting.
Oh, I too was counting. Look at that. Wendy's keeping track. What do you think I'm going to... There's no punishment yet, so you don't have to. I'm not going to throw it. I'm not going to.
And yet the line forms behind me.
You know how I am. I like to keep notes on everything.
You keep notes on everything and anything.
Yes.
Everything.
Oh, thank you, Ryan. Anything. We appreciate it.
It's disturbing.
Okay. So.
All right. Woo.
So
next in line on this amazing show that we've had so far is going to be a Full Gear highlight reel. We're not really going to go in depth over everything because, I mean, this pay-per-view was amazing from top to bottom.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, Blade, I like the flippy, floppy shit. You know, it's just what I've grown into.
It has its place.
It does. Yeah. It does. Too much of it though, you know, it does get old. But
no, I wasn't completely shitting on that.
I know you weren't.
There's different flavors of ice cream. A friend of mine likes to say.
Yeah. Or everyone. What do you say, Don? Wrestling's for everyone. How do you say the cup of tea?
Oh, if it's not your cup of tea, let somebody else drink it.
Yes, that's it. That's it. So, touch on a few things on Full Gear. MJF is a wrestling fucking god. Him and Darby Allin stole the fucking show. Hands down, in my opinion, that match.
He's one of the last great heels.
Yeah, really, he's the only great heel.
Yeah.
Besides you.
Thanks.
I mean, you're welcome. I'll put you over as much as I can.
Of course.
No, that match, that was, I don't think they could have picked a better match to kick off Full Gear.
It was definitely awesome. It was a great start to the show.
I could not believe they were starting with that. I was like, wow.
I couldn't either, but I'm glad they did because, god damn, it was amazing.
Sometimes it's good to switch it up. You throw a little curveball. People don't see it coming, and they're like, oh shit. And especially if the rest of the show delivers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It did.
Absolutely.
It did. You know, and I think that's the one thing that I really like about AEW is every match, all the wrestlers treat every match like it's the main event.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know, they always try to outdo the match or the matches before them. So,
like, even if it's in the buy-in, it's not a bad match. Like, I don't think they know how to have a bad match.
No. How'd you feel about that, Dom? I haven't heard much from you on this situation besides you holding your little Scott Steiner goatee.
Yeah. It's not Scott Steiner
No,
anymore.
you're dyeing it now. Yeah, you dye that thing.
The big Papa Pump look is gone, man. I gotta look new and fresh for the HD camera. No, when it came to Full Gear, I mean, it was a great show. I know the show was like 4+ hours, but it seemed to fly right the fuck by, which is another thing I like about AEW is they kind of stick to, okay, here's another match. Fuck all these montages. You watched, you know what's going on. Here's another match. Here's another match. It feels better. It keeps you more into it. It keeps your energy level up where you're not just sitting there going, all right, they're going to go through everything that happened in the last 3 months. Wake me up when it's over. Okay. and the way they started off the pay-per-view, the finally getting the payoff with Hangman and Kenny and the way that all went down was beautiful. I loved it from top to bottom. I don't know what else to say. It was a great show.
I think the Hangman winning the title was probably one of the best stories told in wrestling. and God knows how long. That was a 2-year
Yeah.
story.
I was going to say it was the longest, that's for sure. That was a
It damn
2-year
sure
story
was.
of I can't
But
win the big one.
For long-term storytelling, it was very well done, very well developed, and the way it crescendoed to that result, it definitely was worth the wait, in my opinion.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. No.
Have you had a chance to check out Full Gear yet?
I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to because I knew you guys are going to talk about it. I freaking dropped the ball. I apologize.
No,
Shame.
it's all good. You could have faked it till you made it. I mean,
I was thinking about it. Then you guys got real detailed. I'm like, oh shit.
we went
Just
too-
real
we
quick,
went
we've been reading the
too deep.
results, it's kind of
Yeah.
like real quick skill.
Like,
I've done that one before, like, oh shit, we got to talk about a pay-per-view. All right.
I mean, you got your phone free. You could have pulled the results up. I mean,
I'm trying to keep it real here. Come on.
Well, keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In this case, it's more like when kayfabe becomes a shoot.
All right, so real quick before we move on to Wendy's amazing night in Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah, I want to hear about that.
Wendy, what was
We
your
all
top
do.
highlight from Full Gear? What is the one thing out of Full Gear that made you go, "Oh my shit, that was amazing"?
The Miro Danielson match was incredible. That was blew my mind. I was like, I wanted more of it. Highly upsetting was Kingston's loss, but fuck it, he fucking kicked CM Punk's
That match
ass,
was
and it was still a good
balls
match.
out.
It was still a damn good match. Punk can still eat the forts out my asshole, but it was a
Really?
damn good match.
She doesn't like
Fuck
CM
Punk. All right,
She doesn't like
don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
No, I want to get you
We'll be here
started.
for
Why
like
don't you
2 hours. We'll be here for 2 more fucking hours.
I just want to know.
Our guest is
Fuck that
demanding.
guy. Oh
Wendy.
my god, he is so smug.
We
and he
tried
has
to
this
figure it out.
Stupid face. Ugh. Jesus, dude. Fuck that guy.
Wow.
I spit a little bit when I said that one. That was a very angry one. Yeah, no.
I loved
that guy. I can't. I just can't with it. No.
Yeah, that's where she stands on CM Punk.
That's
But
all right. I get it.
it was great how
Good.
Kingston just really went in on it. That was a fight. That was a fucking fight.
hate flow.
All right, Dom, what was your mega highlight for Full Gear?
Man, Lucha Bros versus FTR for me. I absolutely love that match. It was physical. It was brutal. There were flips, flops, fists, kicks. It had everything. I thought that match stole the show for me. No offense to MJF, but I thought that match stole the show. I absolutely loved the shit out of it. It was amazing. And I'm not looking forward as much to this 8-man tag they got going now, but that match, oh shit.
Yeah, the thing I noticed with AEW, when they have more than a 6-man tag, it gets very out of control very fast, and it becomes it's not so that it becomes so sloppy. It's like, where do I focus on the screen?
Since
Like,
you're
like,
overload,
It's hard to pay
everything's happening
attention.
everywhere.
That too.
you know,
It's too much sometimes.
Mhm.
I just
No,
sometimes
it's
I'm
that
like
way.
I try to think about being in that match and I'm like, oh my god.
like I can't do that shit.
Even on Adderall, it takes a lot of effort to be
I was
like,
just about to
I
say,
will
Wendy, you got
focus,
stuff for ADD. Help me out.
"No, I did." It's just too much.
So
Even on the Adderall.
we're going to slide into Dynamite, but before we do, I want to ask you guys a question. Since the 4 pillars of AEW were announced or pronounced or however they actually came out and who came out with them, have you noticed that they've been put in the forefront of AEW as of late? All 4 of them?
Absolutely.
Have been put in the forefront. I mean, we just had the Darby MJF feud. Jungle Boy, the Bucks and Cole just put Jungle Boy over in a huge way. Sammy Guevara is a TNT champ. Like, their pillars, they're literally are starting to build off of them now.
I mean,
they're starting to use them as the building blocks.
The only one that lost at Full Gear was Darby Allin, and he was fighting another pillar.
He's
Somebody
fighting
had
a
to
pillar,
lose.
so-
But even before that, they had been building them up, like Sammy winning the Stadium Stampede and going after Miro and had that whole thing with Fuego in between. And, even Jungle Boy, he's had like a pretty meteoric rise, and then they started leaking those pictures of him and Anna Jay, and that didn't hurt either.
That lucky bastard.
I was calling him Jungle Man long before Full Gear when he had the little scruff on his face, and he was giving Adam Cole a concerto.
Yeah, that was a good match, and I'm enjoying seeing the pillars. But what I really came here for, besides the amazing interview that we got earlier, is Grandma Wendy spilled the beans on going to a live AEW show.
Okay, well,
look at her.
First of all, I do have to thank the husband for getting those tickets. Like, honestly, it was. We didn't have our honeymoon when we got married, so this is what I'm gonna call my honeymoon. Like, this was our honeymoon. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, this was it right here. It was 4.5 hours of wrestling, of screaming, of losing my mind. Walking to our seat, we saw Kip Sabian, BT Dubs, with the
I haven't seen him in a minute.
And I saw him, and I was like, and he gave me this like be quiet look, and I was just like, I'm in that box. Trying so hard not to lose my mind. It was the coolest. It shared a moment. It was the greatest. I was fucking amazed. Dark is going to be an amazing show. They had some great matches. Shout out to Logan LaRue and Erica Lee. Erica Lee, I know personally. I love her with all my heart. I am proud beyond words of her to be on that show. Dynamite overall was incredible. The audience was so loud. It was unbelievable. Like, when Hangman came out, it was just the loudest chanting I've ever heard in my life of cowboy shit. And it was incredible. Like, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. In every match, like, there was just something, we just had something to say about the whole night. Hangman Page's Cowboy Shit Day celebration was insane. Orange Cassidy with Ishii versus the Butcher and the Blade. That was a great match. So much love for Ishii too. It was insane. It was incredible. I was not invested in the Dante Martin Leo Rush versus the Acclaimed match, to be honest.
I thought that match was awesome.
Well, I don't care for the Acclaimed, and Dante Martin's like the human emoji to me. He looks like that emoji that's on the verge of tears. I say this every time. And Leo Rush, I'm just waiting for, his billionth retirement at this point.
He's the Bret Favre of professional wrestling.
That being said,
how old is he?
That being said, it was a good match though. There was a lot of like chain wrestling, and it was really great to watch. There was a little fat kid behind me. I say little, he was like 10 or 11, and I wanted to punch him square in the fucking throat, which at my size, we could have said, I'm 10 years old. I'm just, teaching another 10-year-old a fucking lesson.
She's been next to my 10-year-old, and they're the same size.
Yeah, I think at this point he's taller than I am. But he was getting on my nerves this whole match because he was like, why do they keep flipping? This is boring. I'm like, you're boring. Stuff some more popcorn down your throat and choke on it. Fuck that kid. Can you tell I'm not a mom? Oh my god.
Yes, we can.
You're like, I'm gonna fight children. Danielson versus Evil Uno. The chance for Evil Uno, especially after Brian stuck his foot in it and was like, WrestleMania. I have never heard that man be booed that fucking hard. Okay, like the whole ass stadium. Even
back during like the Captain Planet days.
Yes, everybody. I was like, oh my god. There was like one security girl a little bit further ahead, and I looked over and I just see her like flipping him off. I was like, security is getting in on this.
That's awesome.
So then when that match started, like, it was just this huge outpouring of love for Evil Uno that I have never seen in my life. And I was like, this is interesting. Okay, I fucked with it. Shida versus Nyla Rose was insane. Oh my god. What the hell? It was hysterical though at one point where I think Nyla Rose got thrown into the railing, and where she got thrown into, there was a security guy sitting there, and she hit so hard. The guy was falling asleep. Okay. I could see him where I was. And he was like this. And they just go, and he got up and was like, oh. Oh. We were all like, you awake now, son bitch. That was an awesome match as well. And Sammy versus Jay Lethal.
Oh, that was fucking amazing.
My God. That was an insane match. And then at the end, the show of respect was just so fucking beautiful. It's like why I love wrestling so much, why I love it, why I love all of this, and to hear what Sammy had to say about Jay Lethal. Lethal actually got a little choked up, like, damn, like that meant a lot to him, because Sammy was saying like he saw him wrestle one time and was like, if this is the pinnacle, I should just quit, because compared to that, I ain't shit, like, honestly. And he was like, he was glad that he didn't quit, that he was able to have that match with Jay Lethal, and that's when Lethal got choked up. Like, it meant so much to hear that, because he really is an amazing wrestler. He's such a talented person, and I'm glad that he's at AEW. I'm glad that he's going to be able to showcase further on who he is and what he can do. Like he's fucking great, man. Overall, it was an amazing night. Oh, and then, huh?
Do you like him, or do you think he's great? You think he's good?
I think he's amazing. I think he's amazing. Okay. I'm kind of glad that he's not there with Grisham, because I feel like he carried it, because Grisham just puts me to sleep.
You missed one crucial segment of AEW Dynamite.
Oh,
the best segment.
Here we go.
How could I forget that? Oh fuck! How could I forget that delicious view? MJF came out, and Wardlow was there, which was I was like, looking mighty good tonight, Wardlow. Well, thank you for those pants. I honestly don't remember what MJF was saying. Like, my attention was laser focused.
He was telling the truth about how great he was and how great of a wrestler he was.
She was too busy in the crowd.
He's the best in the world.
The Adderall kicked in hard, and I was just like, eyeballs in one place, like I just.
Hello, nurse.
Pretty much, yeah. That was pretty much it.
That was Wendy. But, that was actual audio from Wendy in the crowd.
Oh fuck yeah, no, totally.
True story.
No, that segment was great though. That was definitely a great segment. It made me laugh though, because when they started playing like Darby's video of like, MJF, you didn't break me. MJF was walking back, but he didn't even stop or nothing. He just kept going like, I don't give a shit. Whatever, think what you want to think. You like
whatever, loser, I'm out of here.
That was Dynamite was insane. It was awesome. TK kept coming out to like get everybody animated and like hype us up. Justin Roberts was tons of fun to watch. There was like several kids whose birthday it was, so we all said happy birthday to them, and I was just like, it's all downhill from here, kid. Enjoy it while you can.
Weren't you telling me that at one point, like, Justin Roberts and Bryce Rensburg were playing like rock, paper, scissors?
Yes, they were. They were. He was
like during a commercial.
He was like, "Let's give it up for Bryce Rensburg, his debut match tonight," and everyone was like, "The fuck? He's wrestling tonight?" And he's like, "And we're doing rock, paper, scissors." And they played rock, paper, scissors, and I think Justin lost, if I recall correctly. Justin actually lost.
Yeah, killing commercial time. They were picture on that one.
There was a lot.
I wish they were.
Yeah. In the match with Lethal and Sammy, when Sammy got hurt, was that a commercial break?
I think so. I think it was.
Because they dragged it out for a while, and live, everyone was confused, and we're like, is he really injured, or is this what's happening? And the kid behind me was like, someone just call the ambulance and end this shit. I was like, I'm gonna fucking end you, okay? Shit. But
yeah, you know what? Like, he got hurt. The doc ran over. They skipped commercial. They came back. He was still with the doc saying, like, I can go. And then
okay, I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, no, that was
weird. That's a weird filler.
It was like the longest 8 minutes of my life. I was like, Jesus.
Subtle. We're not working during commercial.
I know.
It's picture in picture on TV, but we're not going to do anything. You just take a break.
But yeah,
on that one there was no picture in picture. It was like, fuck it, just let it play out.
That's what I thought it was, because it was really bizarre. It was just like the weirdest.
Next week on Dynamite, Grandma Wendy versus the children in attendance.
I just saw that too.
It's true. If the actor shouldn't be like, you know what, Santa ain't even real, bitch. What?
Wow.
And I didn't want to put the comments in front of Grandma Wendy while she was doing this.
The Easter Bunny, that's not chocolate, that's poop.
Wow. So I'm glad my kids are teenagers. and not
My
watching
kid's
this
in
show
bed.
right now.
And that's
My
why
kids
I
could
don't have
give two
kids.
shits about this show. Morgan will come on every once in a blue moon, but other than that,
Oh,
the
I
other ones,
miss Little Demon
Yeah,
now.
the others are
no,
like
no one gives a
different.
shit about this show in this
Oh,
house
no.
but me.
And
Now,
All right,
sadly,
Blade,
my kid watches. I'm gonna have to fast forward through this segment. Nope, you didn't hear that.
All right, Blade, I got a question for you after we've gone all through this and gone through Dynamite. With Tony Khan being so graceful to independent wrestlers and giving them opportunities, especially through the pandemic and stuff, it's kind of a what-if hypothetical question. If TK called you or got a hold of you and reached out to you and said, hey, I've got a chance for a one-off match on Dark, would you do it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, of course. Hands down. I mean, there's so many guys who locally who've gotten on that, and it's opening your product, which is yourself, up to such a huge broad audience. It would be stupid not to. I mean, I'd be nervous, yeah, but I'd do it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
of course.
Why not? When they came to Boston, there's a handful of them, people that I associate with regularly who got on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Man, you should have been like, yo, where the fuck was my call? Son of a bitch! Why didn't you put me over?
I gotta wrestle out of Maine some more.
Next time you see him, you gotta be like, yo, I know a great show you can go on. They're cool people.
Okay.
Hey, look, there's some people that we've been in touch with that have another wrestling podcast, but also work for a promotion down here in South Florida called CCW. You can pull some strings and get your ass down here to Florida so I can come watch you wrestle.
Think about
That
it.
would be cool.
I'd love to travel. You know, it's been a long time. I would love to. I got family in Florida and stuff. You go down, make a week-long thing out of it, and hit up a show.
Yeah, we now know everyone from refs there to wrestlers to
Is that right?
even the owner, technically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reach out to those guys, see what we can do.
That'd be fun. I got a buddy of mine who'd probably come with me. I got a
Yeah, I'll go.
No, I'm down.
Hell yeah.
And we'll do a whole ass road trip, man. Like Dom, I'll swing by, pick you up in Quesarito, head down.
I was just about to say that. Grandma and I are
yeah?
taking a road trip to Florida. Fuck that.
Fuck yeah.
We'll do another show all together.
Just everybody.
Everybody.
Oh,
So, rolling
Can you just
on.
imagine the live stream from the car on the way down?
it'd be insane.
Yeah, I'll be watching it sitting on my couch. I'll be like, yo, TRWT's got a vlog now. This is awesome.
On the road with TRWT.
So
you guys watch Dark at all?
Yeah, I watch it every once in a while here and there when something intrigues me on it. You know,
I'm not
like
one of those
who's
people
up
that
and coming.
complain like, why do I have to watch YouTube? It's like, you know how many wrestling promotions are on YouTube? I'm cool with this. This is just adding it to the list that I already have.
So many people just watch, wrestling on their phone, tablet, computer anyway. So it's like, what's the big stream? It's
What's
just
the
stream.
difference?
Yeah, you can stream it. You can stream YouTube on your TV. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But people like to complain. That's just the nature of everything right now.
Some people aren't happy if they're not complaining.
Right.
Very true. I may or may not be one of those people. I'm just saying. Oh, Peter's catching up on Dynamite. Saw the Hangman segment from Dynamite. AEW knows how to quickly build up a match.
Oh shit, yeah, they do.
They absolutely. They proved that with Eddie Kingston and CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
They built that feud and that match in 2 shows. Right before
they seriously
really
could have
did. It
built
was
it
like,
from
boom.
Rampage, and it was like, okay, we're good. Where's the match?
Yeah, and everyone was invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to have done that for like the last year, as far as stuff goes. They don't really have to. Like I didn't like the idea at first of the quick build-ups, but they seem to be able to do it pretty well. And the matches, it's easy to get invested in and enjoy. And it's like you get a quick payoff. You're like, oh damn, that was pretty cool. And then on to the next one.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's good shit. It's different.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one thing that draws me to it. After watching WWE from 1983 and 4 all the way till now, like no, not even now because I haven't. Well, I don't think I've watched it in like 2 years. No, I can't say that. I suffered through Monday Night Raw last week. That was something I'll never do.
It was in the name
again.
of science. It doesn't.
It was in the name of science.
Yeah,
It doesn't count.
I can't remember.
You can blame me for that too. I'm okay with it.
I don't even think I finished WrestleMania this year.
I won't.
I know. Actually, I know for a fact I didn't, which is kind of sad, really.
The only thing that I
got to wondering. Do you guys think like at some point fans are going to actually finally start boycotting WWE? Like they're going to have enough of the bullshit and just be like, "Why am I still doing this to myself?"
No,
no, you won't.
Yeah. As much as I want to, I find it hard because I've been watching it since I was 5, and I'm not 5 now. If you haven't noticed. I find myself go back to it like when the big pay-per-views come up, or every now and then I'll check out a SmackDown after the fact. Like I know we're recording during it, and I'm like, okay, but maybe I'll watch it Saturday. I don't know. I'll at least skip through it on YouTube TV. It's kind of watchable.
Yeah. Just a thought.
I think I put it in here.
There's too many diehards,
There really are.
So I had seen something on
McDonald's
Twitter.
people will still eat it. Thank you, Peter. That's
true. People will still eat the Meccas.
Because we all know McDonald's sucks, but we still go back to McDonald's.
Whoa, McDonald's doesn't like entirely suck. I mean, their nuggets are pretty good though. Like
it sucks, but at the same time, every time I hear the McRib is back, I'm there.
Bro,
I just had one. I just had one for the first time in like 5 years.
Oh my god, I had one like 2 weeks ago. And
I don't know if I could eat them anymore.
I'm so jealous. That might be the moment of this whole interview celebration. Like breaking news: Blade Bandit just had a McRib.
It really wasn't that good. I was driving.
No,
it was at night.
Yeah.
I had a McRib, and like immediately my stomach was like, no, thank you. Like,
was that a pickle?
Like every time, and then when it comes out, you know what happens? You go get it again.
Remember the McRib? Oh
that's
shit!
WWE.
Oh fuck yeah! Nah.
But that's WWE though. It's the McRib. It's like, oh shit, it's back on. I guess I'll watch.
I guess. I made it.
Like it's late. I can't sleep. I'll pull it up on the DVR. Okay. This will put me out.
Tonight I made it a point. I was like, I will not be watching SmackDown, so I have Con Air instead playing while I kill
I was
time.
about to say, no, you're watching SmackDown.
I saw you kind of leering off to the side, and I thought she's watching SmackDown again.
Oh my god, this one of my, well, I love Nicolas Cage though. I'll watch anything with Nicolas Cage.
So I may catch a little heat from a few people if they're watching and just haven't. And I think I said this last week. I think Seth Rollins is, in my opinion, is doing better than Roman Reigns is. I feel he's more entertaining in this new gimmick and role that he has. And I think I believe I said it last week. It's like he's really bought into this role. And I kind of enjoy this gimmick more than his Burn It Down.
What's he doing? What's he doing now? I'm not trying to be cool. I never seen.
No, him and Becky pretty much have the same gimmick going. They're
like Batman villains right now.
Yeah, he dresses really, really fucking obnoxious now. Like he dressed like Paddington Bear 2 weeks ago on.
Oh really?
That's yeah.
I absolutely dare the tribal chief to try to get over while dressed as Paddington Bear. Try that.
Like. I just think
there's some weeks that Becky and Seth kind of look like they went and grabbed Eminem's old wardrobe and threw it on. Like they got the big puffy coats with the patches and shit, and they're matching, but they're not together on screen. But when they come out, they look exactly the same.
You know it's impactful when Jezebel, a hyper-feminist website, writes about him and says, "Men, what is stopping you from dressing like Seth Rollins?"
Yeah, that's the Paddington the Bear outfit.
Oh my goodness!
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Mm-hmm.
It was like a pleather jacket. It was like a.
I think he removed the hat by then, but yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not a Roman Reigns fan. I'm sorry. I'm just never will be. Never have been.
No,
freaking
horrible. Bruce hates Roman.
Is that a new hashtag?
Yeah, actually,
Because
there's a hashtag going around Twitter saying hashtag cancel WWE or boycott WWE.
Yeah.
There's too many smarks, though. You guys are right. There's too many smarks.
I mean, even Brian's saying there has to be a breaking point where fans say enough is enough and stop supporting them so much.
I mean,
But there are far too many people who are emotionally tied to that company, and it's sad.
Aren't the
the way
Smarks?
the way this
Aren't the
article
Smarks
started-
though? Aren't those the ones that don't like it?
It's hard
Well,
to
depends
tell.
on your
No.
perspective.
It depends on. Well, I mean, his perspective's from the wrestler's perspective, so.
I was gonna say it's kind of like Star Wars from a
Well, it
certain
just
point
seems
of
like this-
view, you know.
Well, it seems like the smart marks aren't the ones that are watching WWE.
You would think.
Are you calling me out?
No, I mean,
No, you really are because I don't watch WWE. You're calling me out right now.
no.
No, we're having this match. You fucking
That's the
calling me out and
that's-
shit.
that's-
You know what?
that seems to be
Wendy
the
and I are
general-
gonna step out for a minute. You got.
Well,
I thought that was the general consensus. Is that the WWE is geared towards kids, and the smart marks are watching AEW and Ring of Honor and shit.
Well,
Yeah,
Ring of
I've
Honor's
heard
not
that.
around no more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot.
yeah, now they're
They
gone.
closed their doors.
Mm.
Hey, Ring of Honor, tears.
They might be back. You don't know.
I
Boy
think,
can dream, Dom. A boy can dream.
I think TK is gonna buy him. That's what I think. My boy TK. Me and him were close. We're
Wasn't
tight.
there like the big thing? They're like, we're not going to do live shows anymore, and people are like, that's because no one's going to your shows.
Pretty much.
Watching them, period.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah,
they had
fell off
crowdless
that.
shows. They had crowdless shows like pre-pandemic. It was sad.
Yeah.
Well, what was it? It was. Yeah, it was pre-pandemic. It was a final battle.
It was
They
bad.
built,
Final battle going into 2020. There were like 10
Like
people
10
there.
people in the audience.
built the
Like
show
half
up.
of those work for the company.
They had like Bully Ray versus Flip Gordon in a no holds barred match, or it was a pretty good card. And then I put it on YouTube and I started watching it, bro. They had 15 fans in the fucking crowd for an ROH show. I was like, what is going on?
I
It
will
was
guarantee
awesome.
there will be more in Brewer tomorrow than there was in Final Battle in 2019.
That's wild, though. I didn't know that. I don't like to see anybody crash and burn. That sucks.
No,
it
yeah.
does.
No,
It
no.
really does.
Mhm.
Because that's another 100 wrestlers out of a job. Not that, and that's not WWE. That's the ROH roster. I mean,
That's
they
what I mean when you think about all the people leaving ROH, now all the people released from WWE. You almost have enough to create a couple of promotions at this
Oh
point.
my god, yeah. Honestly.
they
Well,
could.
especially if they're able to go in between each other, among each other, not be contracted down to just one.
Yes.
That's AEW's Forbidden Door. That
Yeah.
Wendy loves
Every
to hear
time.
so much. The
Every
Forbidden
time you
Door,
say
Wendy.
Forbidden Door, Wendy laughs. 2 years and counting.
Yes, 2 years and counting. The Forbidden Door still gets there.
Why does it
God
make her
forbid you
giggle so
say.
much? What's
God
so funny
forbid you
about
say the forbidden door has
What's
been
so
blown
funny
wide
about the-
open.
the Forbidden Door?
Wendy, please explain to our good friend Blade what's so funny about the Forbidden Door.
I think of butts.
She's too busy dying.
She thinks of butts.
The Forbidden Back Door?
Yeah, that's what she thinks of.
I got it. There it is.
Bingo.
I broke Grandma Wendy.
We all did.
Literally crying.
Wow.
Oh, you guys need to shut
I want to fan her, but I know it won't help.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Well,
Oh,
alrighty then.
Let's keep
Oh, that
going.
was good.
Ah,
So,
what's next on our rundown?
well, we got
Forbidden Door.
We got WWE. What the fuck? Yes, releases again. I think we kind of hit on that throughout the show.
We
A
did.
little bit,
we did.
yeah. Here and there.
Did you guys see Drake Maverick's video that he put on Twitter?
Yes.
And that was fucking incredible.
He did pretty
That
well
was
with that,
amazing.
He rolled with the punches, kid, and he's putting himself out there, rebranding. I applaud it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Nobody does a video when he's either about to be or released like Drake Maverick. That dude, he saved his job once, and then he comes out with this, and you're like, wow.
That and the picture EC3 posted where
with the Clippers.
He's with Drake, and he's got the Clippers in his
hand.
hand.
And he's trying to shave his head. Yeah.
No, he's gonna shave his head, just like EC3 did when he got let go from WWE to rebrand himself.
He came up here to a Vacation Land show earlier this year.
Who, EC3?
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
no shit.
Nice.
Yep. He ran a seminar and shit. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. I didn't do it. I probably should have, but I didn't do it.
At least went and hang out.
Yeah, he's all right.
Nice. Yeah, I agree with that too, Brian. It's hard to see ROH shut down after everything they did. I mean, I forgot Eddie was there when it started. Holy shit. Good memory.
Eddie was there when they were still in gyms. I watched a triple threat match when Eddie Guerrero was the Intercontinental Champion in WWE and went and did an ROH show against AJ Styles.
Oh, yeah.
And Briscoe, and he had the Intercontinental title with him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember seeing that as well.
I mean, I remember it now, but I didn't just have it there in my brain. You're good on the uptick, Brian. I got you. You're good, you.
Yeah. Say word.
Word.
Yeah, that's right.
To your moms.
So, roll into a few more questions for Blade before we start wrapping the show up and heading into everyone's final thoughts for the week of wrestling. Dom, Wendy, you guys got anything you want to bounce off him that you didn't get to earlier in the show? No? Yeah? Dom's thinking hard. Wendy's thinking hard.
Looking at my notes.
Pencil through his ear. He's like, really? Like, really? You ain't got that shit
ready? I
yet?
even have this. All I've been doing is just like putting lines on a piece of paper over here.
He's doodling to keep himself entertained while we talk about professional wrestling.
I've done that one.
It's just nothing. Like a nervous scribble.
Yeah, that's the I asked about the girlfriend. I asked about that. The only thing that I really didn't answer, he kind of touched on where I was going to bring up the whole thing Mick Foley was talking about, where if you were an indie talent, would you trust WWE and the powers that be to guide your career, or would you just be like, you know what, I think I'm going to go over here, like anywhere over here, like Impact's calling, I got to
go. What's that, ROH? Hold on. Let me head over there real quick.
They're still in business till December. I'm out.
I think everybody would go, just to go, just to say you were there. Whether you make it or not. I know it's slim. It's slim to get there, and then once you get there, it's even slimmer to make to be successful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But just to work for them, I think anybody would be stupid not to do it. But I understand why guys who have been that don't go back. I get that. Yeah. And I actually know people who been to WWE and they make more money working elsewhere.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So, if you had an opportunity to face anybody in a match, anyone that is technically wrestling now, who would you want to have that match against?
Like in any kind of match?
Yeah, any kind of match and any wrestler across the ring from you.
Okay, it's funny because that was one of the things I had written down. Dream match,
yeah,
any
me
wrestler,
too,
any
but
style.
I figured Brucey was going to say it.
Bruce, get out of my head, damn it.
Sorry. We all share a brain.
Apparently.
Today.
In this moment.
I'm not going to make any friends with this one down here. CM Punk.
Yes.
Would you split him open like a fucking melon for me?
Of course.
Thank you. Okay.
We're friends. Okay, now. See, we're all on board.
We're good.
Now, is there a reason why it's Punk?
Because fuck.
I just think that he's versatile. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It would be a lot of fun. But I mean, I think as far as like current within the last 5 years or so, I would like to be heel Blade Bandit against John Cena.
Ooh.
I just think
That would
How
be
is that match going to
great.
work though if you can't see him?
Yeah, that is true.
It's going to be difficult.
We'll throw some. We'll throw like some.
He's like,
We'll throw some flour on his ass. We'll just be like, "Fuck you, Cena!" Poof.
It's just, well, it's just like 10 years, 20 years prior, people would say the same thing about Hogan. Like, if you could wrestle anybody, who would it be? Well, obviously it'd be Hogan. I mean, yeah, to be able to say that you had a match with Cena or even Brock, just to say that you were at that level. I mean, fuck yeah,
What style of match would you have with them though?
Oh, just what I do. I mean, those guys, you're pretty much working their style.
Yeah,
I mean, Cena can adapt. Cena can work anybody. And that's when same goes for Punk. I think it's just that comes with being there for as long as they have. They do their shit, but they can hang with anybody and adapt, which is what I always thought was cool. And that's why I always liked that style of wrestling.
Okay. Wendy, you got anything else?
Yeah, like if you were to stay in the wrestling industry but not be a wrestler, what would be another job you would want to do in wrestling?
I don't think I have one, to be honest with you.
Huh.
I haven't really done work with a bigger company, but from what I've seen, promoting, I mean, maybe I don't know though, because like my style is old school, so I don't know if I could go an agent route. I have friends of mine that probably could. But
Shit heel valet might work for you. I'm just saying.
yeah, I mean, for me to do the traveling that we do, just to not actually wrestle would just be kind of just to be there.
Yeah,
even if it was in front of a crowd, like some people like that shit. Like I have so many people, like the biggest fans of wrestling. They're like, hey man, what's the chance of me being a manager? I'm like, wow, really? That's all you want to do?
That's it.
Fuck.
Like, seriously?
No, I don't think I'd want to do anything. I don't think I would. I don't think it, maybe on a bigger stage on the screen, maybe. But I mean, as far as like, in local indie wrestling, unless you're wrestling, it's really not that glamorous.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm. Cool.
Sure.
That's what's up.
All right. Well, this is bringing us to the end of our amazing 2-year episode. So we're going to wind down with our final thoughts, and we're going to start with our special guest, Blade. Please give TRWT Nation your final thoughts on the week in wrestling and whatever else you want.
Well, I think it's been kind of obvious. I haven't really been paying attention much to wrestling for the past week, but this weekend though, I'm excited for our 1-year anniversary show up in Brewer, Maine, and hopefully I get some gold around this Bandit waist for the first time in a couple of years. And I have spoiler alert, I got a little bit of new attire that's going to be debuting. So.
That's
Should
nice.
be a good time, and hopefully we have a good crowd, and sure there'll be highlights up soon. There's my final
Sweet.
thought.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me, you guys. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming on. Greatly
Thank you for
appreciate
joining
it.
us. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I
I had a blast.
Dom, final thoughts?
Well, I have like next to no interest in Survivor Series, so fuck wrestling. I'm gonna do my final thought on us. I just want to say thanks to the two people to the left of me, because if you watch this show from the beginning, as the years passed, there was more than just the three of us, and they gone, and these two are still here. They've been here since day one. They've had my back. They've done everything. They put up with my shit, which obviously a lot of people can't. So I gotta give all the thanks and all the love in the world to my podcast family right here, my homegirl grandma, the high class one, especially for getting a guy like Blade tonight. Thank you for showing up. And I mean, enjoy Survivor Series if you want. If it's your cup of tea, please chug it. I'm probably gonna be watching football. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. Wendy?
This week definitely served as a reminder of why I've always loved wrestling, even as a kid. Being a girl that likes wrestling isn't easy. Uh, you're seen as kind of a weirdo, but this week just kind of reminded me of like why I love it and why I've enjoyed it for so many years and why I love it more now. Like especially now that I have friends I can talk to about it. I have you guys. You guys are the friends that I talk to about it and with it and all that. Um, these last 2 years have been a wild ride with you guys. I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else, and this week was definitely fucking awesome. And I hope that it continues to grow. I hope wrestling as a whole goes to this. I don't want to say I hope it returns to its former glory, but I hope it surpasses it. But yeah, this week was definitely a good one as a fan. Yeah, and thanks you guys. Just thanks.
All right. Well, that brings me to me. My final thoughts, wrestling was just amazing this past week. And, as we talked about the entire show, and since it is the 2-year anniversary of a show that I honestly wasn't sure was going to make it past 6 or 7 months, here we are 2 years later, with two amazing friends and getting to reconnect with another old friend from way back when. It's been a great ride. Now breaking the fourth wall with everyone in TRWT. I was having a hard time for a long time with being on the show. I kind of lost interest and as you guys have seen, I've kind of taken over the hosting reins, and it is breathe new life into me and give me new life for the show. And I got to thank the two below me, Dom and Wendy, for giving me the opportunity to be the host of this show. I enjoy it. I love it. I've fallen in love with the show all over again.
Take this from me. Please. I'm good.
It's just been an amazing ride, and I can't wait to go on for many, many more years. I mean, I don't know how many more years I have because
foreseeable future.
Foreseeable future. Thank you.
I'm going to use this positively for once. We hope for the best in our future endeavors. How about that?
Yeah. So before I break down the social medias, Blade, thank you very much for taking time out of your night and coming on and giving us your stories and your insight on the business and how you just do it for a hobby. And it is kind of cool to meet someone that it's a hobby, but they still love to do it and they're not going over killing themselves every day.
Thanks, Ma.
I appreciate you guys having me on. It's a lot of fun. It's fun to talk about it. It's good. Good shit.
Well, it was great. It was great having you and win that damn strap tomorrow.
Yes. We need pictures to post on TRWT to show the world that we had the Intercontinental Champion on our show the night before. He won the big one.
Do you guys have T-shirts? Send me a T-shirt. Maybe I'll wear it on the show.
Okay.
Do that.
We
got all of us are like, yes, we do have.
I see it now.
We may have some shirts. We just might.
We got a lot of shit. We'll
send you a shower curtain too.
We'll send you a whole care package. It's gonna have mugs and stickers and a shirt. It's gonna be dope. Maybe even a beach towel. You never know.
If you send me a shirt, I'll wear it on a show and you get a picture. That'd be fun.
Hell yeah.
Done, my friend. Done.
Yes. Consider it done.
All right.
So, on to our social medias. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. In our group, that is where we have our threads for the shows, for the pay-per-views. Join us for our prediction forums. Come in and just shoot the shit and have some fun. We post some shit. We have fun in there. You can also find us on Facebook. We got we got a page on Facebook as well called Top Rope Wrestling Talk, and that is specifically for this show. That's where we post clips, upcoming episodes, and stuff like that on Facebook.
That reminds me, I should probably post something there.
Yeah, we've been slacking on that.
No, Now,
Just
you
like
can blame
us-
COVID Carl, that motherfucker.
Yeah,
He's-
COVID Carl, that fucking bastard.
What an asshole.
That fucking bastard COVID
Oh,
Carl.
thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Pete. You can also find us on Twitter at Top Rope WT. We have been on a friggin' Twitter fucking fury. Like the
Frenzy.
Twitter machine for Top Rope is out of control.
You're welcome.
And then, you can find us on Instagram as well. And thank you, dear God, Wendy. I can't believe you made this name that I have to say
goddamn
every
right I did.
week.
Hurry up and
Say
pass
it.
it on the
Say
ticker.
fucking name.
Oh, it's
Say it.
at top_rope_wrestling_talk. That is where you
Goddamn right
can
it
find
is.
us on Instagram. Don, we gotta fix Wendy's name.
Hell no, you don't. Oh, I got to post some pictures on there soon.
Blade, you want to tell the world where they can find you on
Yeah.
social media?
I'm on Twitter, Blade Bandit Pro, all one word, obviously, and Instagram, Blade Bandit Pro, and obviously on Facebook as well, Blade Bandit. Kind of hard to miss.
Yeah. You get
So
the face
find
paint.
me, follow me.
If I found him, everybody can. Trust me.
I post
There he is.
stuff. Yeah, I post stuff somewhat regularly. So, and then we'll see. I'll have the results from tomorrow night on there too. So,
Hell yeah.
Woo! We're cheering for you, man.
Fingers across, praying for you, bro.
Right
Wendy,
on.
Yes.
tell the world where they can hear us in the world of podcasts, please.
You can find us on anchor.fm/TRWT. From there, you can find us wherever podcasts are distributed. So you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can find us also on thewrestlingindex.com. I have a little cheat sheet up here. You can just find us wherever you listen to podcasts, really. Even weird, obscure ones whose names I don't remember because they're so weird and obscure. But
I'm
yeah, just
scared.
find us. Yeah. And on Apple Podcasts, rate us, review us, and no matter where you listen to, share us with everybody.
Yes.
If my mom can share us with everybody, you can too. So
right on.
do it.
Yes.
Yes. And if you do happen to be listening to these angelic voices, please come check us out on YouTube. You'll see a bunch of exclusives. Just come and search for TRWT parentheses of Fox Dan John. You're going to get every episode of this show, a few other shows, including the Sports Syndicate podcast, which we just dropped last night. We have a ton of stuff. It's a ton of fun. Subscribe, ring the bell, so the next time we go live, you will be here and ready for us to just rock your fucking world and take you right through that forbidden door.
Okay.
I couldn't help myself.
Before we go, this fucking slacker right here finally posted the first round match
Oh, the My
one
Squad tournament.
of the My Tag Team tournament for TRWT today. I'm like a week late.
Hey, it got there. It got there.
Better
That's all that
late, better
matters.
late than never.
Exactly.
So go on Facebook to Top Rope Wrestling Talk, the group, and get your votes in. Right now, the inspiration is winning. Let's go.
Shocker.
Let's go.
Big surprise.
Wendy?
Although I won't lie, if I was able to vote, that's who I'd be voting for. Yes, me. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Dom?
Goodbye. Mwah. And good night.
Blade?
See you tomorrow night.
Woo!
Yes.
Give them hell.
Hell yeah.
Deuces, bitches.
Give Nuka hell.
Yeah.